Bachelorette party. Yes, a bachelorette party in the gorgeous state of Rhode Island. You can't get better than the Ocean State in the summer, but I've got to get ready quick. As you can see, my hair has been dried and I'm trying to just preserve it a little bit. I am going to be driving in my convertible, so just ignore this. Just ignore this as I got to get this ready. Do me a favor and put hashtag hello lovely, and I would love to know what is the last kind of celebration that you did for a friend. Was it a bachelorette party, a wedding, a birthday party, a baby shower? Let me know because I'm all about the celebration life. So hello, if you don't know me, my name's Mary Larson. I'm a mom of two. I'm married to my best friend. We podcast about all sorts of nerdy things, including book and television series and movies. And I love to help people feel more confident and creative when it comes to their makeup and their skincare. And today, I'm getting ready for a bachelorette party. Now here's the thing. I can't tell you much about this bachelorette party in case my friend watches this video and is like, oh, I'm going to learn everything. I highly doubt it. I think she's already on the road on her way here. But nonetheless, I'm not going to be able to share specifics. I will be, however, going live in sharing updates in my stories. So if you follow along in my stories, that's that little circle that you can see up top. You can follow along in the stories and I'll be sharing some fun little things there. All right, let's get this party started because I've got limited time. Blake is being an absolute dear and he is going out and getting, sorry, I just want to check something. I want to make sure I didn't make a mess. I'm putting some eye primer on my eyelids as my setting spray sets on my face. Eye primer is going to help my eye makeup stay on nice and strong all day long, as we're going to be doing something that is, I can safely say, we're going to be spending some time outside, especially because I'm going to be in my convertible. Now, I am wearing my glasses. I'm wearing Palette 9. This is my favorite eyeshadow palette. All of my eye products are on sale this month, in the month of August. You can just go to minutewithmary.com. I'm taking this matte nude color, and I'm going to use that to block out all of my veins and freckles and just general discoloration on my eyelid. I ran out of contact lenses after my trip to Salt Lake City for my amazing convention, and I just forgot to reorder. I just felt like I had 1,000,001 contact lenses, and then I came home and I was like, I do not. I had one pair left and I used that pair. So I am going to be glasses Mary for the time being, for the next week or so. But it's okay. I actually have prescription sunglasses. Any glasses friends out there have prescription sunglasses? It's a game changer. Absolute game changer. I used to have to choose to wear, ooh, this is a wee bit bright. Let's turn this sucker down. Ready? Boop. There we go. It's a little bit better. I used to have to plan my to wear contact lenses on days that I knew I was going to be wearing sunglasses. And now that I have prescription sunglasses, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just taking a matte kind of tan shade. You can also use a bronzer if you have a bronzer. And this is just going to add a little bit of dimension right there on my eyebrow bone. And I like to do this, just as I said, to kind of add dimension to my eyes. I do have hooded eyes, so I like to bring it up a little bit. I don't necessarily put it in the crease. I personally put it up above the crease and kind of blend it and kind of give it that faded ombre look up, and it does what I want it to do. I'm also going to put a little bit in that outer V. This is a daytime bachelorette party, so I'm not necessarily going to be doing anything super evening look or anything like that. I'm really keeping it light and bright and simple. And this is the outfit that I have going on today. The outfit theme is Newport chic. I think I nailed it. I think I nailed it, right? Got the stripes, got the blue, got the white. I have some pearls going on. So Newport chic, we've got this. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of the shimmer shade right here. Once again, this is palette 9. If you are looking for a eyeshadow palette that it's like one and done, you can get it and you can rock your eyeshadow looks for the year, it's going to be this one. It is just so easy to use. I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm going to press it on that lower lid. This is going to be really nice and help kind of attract that light. Now I am 41. I do have texture to my eyelids. I know some people feel like you can't wear anything shimmery or light catching if you're over a certain age. I say to heck with that. You do you. You do what you want, right? There's no rules when it comes to makeup. All it comes down to is how you feel about it. Now, I will say, if you wanted to put some shimmer on, but you're a little nervous, putting it on the inner 2/3 of your eyelid is going to be a very safe, beautiful, easy spot for you. All right, so we put that down. I'm going to take a bit of a deeper shimmer shade, and I'm going to put that more in this area, just kind of deepen things up. I personally like to have light on the inner corner and blend things out. Do me a favor and put a hashtag hello lovely. That way I can see if comments are working. I can see who's tuning in. It's just your little way to wave to me over the internet and say a little hello on this beautiful Saturday morning. But we're going to be going on a bachelorette party. It is for one of my nearest and dearest friends, who is also the godmother of our little lass. It was just her birthday last Saturday, which I missed because I was in Salt Lake City. So I'm really, really excited to be able to celebrate her. So you can see I took that deeper shade right there, and I'm just going to go in with a more densely packed brush in that same matte shade. So you don't have to use a million different shadows to create a multi-dimensional look. You can honestly just use different brushes. Different brushes are going to make things look lighter or deeper because of the saturation. So a more densely packed brush is going to make a color look a little bit darker just because it's a bit more saturated. So I'm just working it into that outer V. And once again, I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm going to be on the, doing some things today. I almost just said what I was doing. I was bad. I almost just said what I was doing. Oh no. As I said, follow along with my stories today so you can see all the fun that we do on The Bachelorette. All right, so by now I've had a bit more time pass, so I'm going to put on my BB cream that has SPF in it. I will say some of the more medium shades have now been sold out. So if you didn't grab it, I warned you, they do have some light shades available and some deeper shades. What I love about this is it is SPF 30, and so you get your protection in addition. It's kind of like a skincare, bit of a makeup. Hi Diane, how are you? Thanks so much for watching from Canada. Great to see you. How's the weather there? We lucked out because the weather today is going to be gorgeous. Very low humidity. We had some rainstorms coming through Rhode Island yesterday. You never want it to be a rainy day when you're having a nice little celebration, and you never want it to be a rainy day when you're an owner of a convertible and you live in Rhode Island. You want to have that sunshine. So I'm just pressing this BB cream. You can use your fingers. You can use a damp blending bud. I like to use a kabuki brush like the one you're seeing right here for most of my foundations. So it's just easy for me. I'm used to it, and I'm pressing. I'm not swirling. I'm pressing that makeup into my skin. This is going to help if you have texture or pores or anything like that. You don't want to have like swirly, swipey marks with a brush on your face. So just pressing it into your skin. And then I bring it down a bit on my neck to really help kind of with the blending. And tap, 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 tap. As I said, this has SPF in it, which is really good since I do drive that convertible and I do enjoy me some sunshine. All right. This light it's such a tricky time of year because it's a little bit, let me know if this is too bright, Diane. See, I think that's a little too bright. So I'm going to go back. Blake's going to be like, Mary, you pushed way too many buttons. There we go. This might be okay. This might be okay. This might be Blake approved. We'll see. I just like, boop, whoop, nope. I mean, I guess it's fine, right? What's fine? This is like true, this is cool toned white. This is cool toned white. I think this will be okay because that looks more natural. I felt like on the other one it was making my face look more yellow than it actually is, and this is actually much more accurate as to my skin tone. All right, moving on. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer. Now I'm using concealer that is essentially the same shade as my face. A little goes a long way, less is more. When you get to be my age, you don't really necessarily want to be highlighting areas that you have texture. So if you do have fine, kind of like crepey skin underneath here, you really just want to kind of put the concealer on the areas of discoloration and then kind of blend it out from there. You don't need to add a lot. A lot of people, either years ago, myself included, and even just when I was younger, would put a lot down, would almost like put it in a triangular shape. But less is more. And what you do want to have is a really full coverage concealer that also has skincare. So my concealer at minutewithmary.com does have caffeine in it. It has a bunch of anti-aging properties inside of it, so it's going to help tighten and brighten the skin also naturally. All right, this is better. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. So I'm just taking a little dense brush. You can use your fingers. You can also use a blending bud. I'm a firm believer of kind of patting until it's blended and then pat a little bit more. Okay, that really helps kind of set the concealer. Checking the time. All right. Now I'm going for a bit of a light look. It is a daytime bachelorette, so I'm not going hardcore, anything crazy. So we've got the concealer on. Now I will say I'm going to be outside, so if you do spend time outside in the wind and the elements, get yourself some of my setting spray mist. It's a prime and set mist. And do it in between layers of your makeup. So I did it at the beginning as my primer. I put on my BB cream and my concealer. Now I just sprayed a little bit more. This is going to kind of create sandwiches to really lock it in place, almost like a hairspray for your makeup without that kind of sticky, tacky feeling, but it really helps set it so that it's on your skin the way it's supposed to be. You can even do a layer of it like you just saw, and then even go back with your blending brush, with your kabuki brush, and pat it. This is another great tip for those of you who do have texture. So fine lines, crepiness to your skin, pores. If you just feel like your makeup doesn't sit on your face well, if you're like, oh, it looks like I have a layer of makeup. If it doesn't look like your skin, spray that prime and set mist and then tap it with either your blending bud or your kabuki brush, and this really melts it and kind of melts it into your skin. Oh, yay. Less is especially better at 72. I agree. Less is more. All right, I'm going to go in with a bit of kind of like a contouring bronzer and just doing a little bit where I would have some bronzing anyway. Gonna slim down my nose, contour my lip, get that under chin area that is never really fun, and then blend this out as well. So I've got about 5-10 minutes. This is a quick minute with Mary. But it's all good. I think that this is really, I don't know about you. How much time do you spend getting ready? Doing your hair and your makeup for the day, whether it's every day or whether it's for special occasions. For me, my everyday look is really my SPF BB cream that you saw me wear in the beginning. That's kind of what I'm using as my light foundation base. And then I frequently do something on my lips just to add a little color or a little shine. And then I'll always do something on my lashes. I always put a little, mascara product or lash product on my lashes. As for me, that helps me feel and look a little bit more awake and alive and less like a ghost. All right. So just adding a little bit of that bronze kind of color. I am going to be doing my all-in-one color stick. What is this? Who do you belong to, little cap? That is a great question. So this is my all-in-one color stick. If you are a fan of blush, if you're a fan of easy, kind of like natural looking stuff. Where's the brush that I want for this? I just came back this week. For those of you who don't know, I just came back from a trip. And I'm just going to use this one because I can't. Oh, there it is. And I haven't put everything back in its place. Some people, are you really good about putting away all your stuff as soon as you come back? I am not. And to make matters a little bit more complicated, my best friend from Chicago came on in right when I came home, and we went and saw Beyonce, and then she stayed for 2 days. So I didn't want to spend my time cleaning up my office and putting all that stuff away. So this is my cream all-in-one color stick. It can be used in your lips, on your eyelids, as a cream blush. It has 10-hour staying power. So once again, if you're going to be out in the elements, you want something that stays on really, really well. Now, a tip that you're going to see me do is when you do want something that lasts really long, particularly with the elements, it's helpful to do a powder layer on top of anything creamy or liquidy. So if you wear cream or liquid foundation, it's nice to sometimes do a layer on top of more of a powder to set it. All right, I still feel like I'm a little dark, but it's okay. Dark with the light is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's go in and tackle some of this. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my pressed powder. And this, once again, is to really give it that staying power that I'm looking for. Plus, it's going to mattify it a little bit. If you have texture, pores, fine lines. Having a bit of a matte look is going to actually help diminish the look of your of the texture. The texture catches the light and it helps bring more attention to it. So if you want less attention to it, you may want to have a little bit of powder on it. So I'm just taking a little bit of foundation powder. This is a bit deeper of a shade. I'm in between shades because I was using some self-tanner. I'm so excited to celebrate this friend. This friend has been a friend of mine, Becky, since college. She actually was one of my RAs, and then I became an RA, and I worked alongside of her. I'm taking my powder in my lightest shade for some concealer purposes to really kind of set that concealer and help brighten things. And if you just want to brighten underneath your eyes, but you have physical under eye bags, I would just get this. The pressed powder in a light shade helps make a world of difference. Ta-da! All right, let's get some powder bronzer. We're rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm just taking it right here and right where I applied that kind of cream blonde bronzer. Anywhere the sun hits, you know, it just warms up your face. This time of year, a lot of people have real tans or they have real little sun-kissed, you know, moments from the sun, whereas I'm wearing sunscreen. So I have less, which I am grateful for. I do not want to be getting any kind of extra skin damage. Skin cancer runs in my family, so I don't want any extra issues to be popping up. But I do like the look. I do like the look of kind of like just a glowing goddess. I kind of want a bigger brush. Here it is. Here it is. There we go. All right. So if you don't have a matte bronzer, I highly recommend you get one. I just think it is such a simple way to elevate your look. It's going to slim down your face. It's going to make you look like you went on vacation. I always love how I look when I add a little bit of bronzer. And I will say, because I'm part vampire, at certain times of the year, I cannot as easily pull off bronzer. Anyone else feel like that? You're just like, it's going to make my face look so much darker than my body. So here's a fun little tip to go underneath your jaw. And then I like to go on this side of my neck. It also helps slim down your neck, but it kind of creates a bit more continuity with your product. All right, let's blend that little bit where the sun would hit. And lastly, we'll do a little bit of blush that's more of a pressed shade. So you don't have to do this. Honestly, if it's just like, if I wasn't going to be out in the air and doing all the things that I'm doing today, I wouldn't worry about this layering of doing kind of like a creamy layer and then a powdered layer. But because I am going to be spending the whole day and driving in my convertible, I want at the best staying power that I possibly can get. And this is what's going to do it for me. Setting spray sandwich. I'm telling you, the prime and set mist in between layers of your makeup makes a world of difference. Really helps hold on tight. Now we get to figure out where my eyebrow pencil is, because that is something that I haven't found since I came back. Anyone else? I mean, if you're watching and you're like, I'm a super organized travel packer, I need your tips and tricks, because that is not me. Doing a little bit of curling the eyelashes. Yeah, that is not me. Especially on the way home. On the way there, I'm pretty good. But on the way back, chaos ensues. Oh, it's probably going to be in here. Oh, I think I found the area. Nope, I did not. I was so excited that I might have found my eyebrow brush. But alas, I found all my eyeliners, but not the eyebrow brush. And that will be okay. I have really thick eyebrows, so I luck out. But I was really looking forward to that. All right, while my face is drying and while I'm waiting for my lashes, I'm going to do some lip liner. This is a shade called Patience. It is a beautiful natural nude. And I actually like to fill my whole lips with that. And then I'll put a gloss on top later. All right, this is my brand new lash product. If you are on my email list, which you can get on by simply going to minutewithmary.com. If you're on my email list, you've already seen me talk about this. I'm gonna get a closer mirror because I'm blind. I'm blind, my friend. It has two different wands. So half of it is more of your typical like wire shaped wand, and then the other half is a silicone shaped wand. And you can use both sides, you can use either or. This is a 4-in-1 lash product. So you're not going to hear me call it a mascara because it is one of the 4 things that it is a mascara, but it is also a lash serum. So it's going to help your lashes appear longer and stronger. And for me, this is a game changer because I did not get into the best habit of applying my lash serum every night. I'm part of the itty bitty short lash club. Anybody else like that? So for me to be able to get into a better routine, I do like to wear mascara every day. So knowing that the serum is infused in this is going to be awesome because it means I am going to be wearing it almost every single day. Versus before when I had it by my nightstand and I may forget. It also has lash primer. So I'm trying to see, there we go. So it's going to stay on my lashes longer. I have watery eyes. I have allergies. I drive a convertible, so I'm out in the wind all the time. And without lash primer, my mascaras would often run and I'd kind of have smudges around my eyes or it might flake off. So lash primer holds onto the mascara just like a face primer does. Just like how I'm putting on that setting spray to really make sure that the makeup stays on my face. That's what the lash primer does. And if you've been watching any of my previous Minute with Mary videos, you would always see me applying a lash primer. It was the white tube. And now it's part of this all-in-one product. And then it has tubes. So it actually coats the lashes so that it protects the lashes and it makes them appear longer. And then it also has mascara. So the 4 products are lash serum, lash primer, tubes, and then a fiber mascara. And they wash off super easily just with a little bit of warm water. It is water resistant, as I said. You know, I've got those watery eyes and I am not finding any problems. I've now been wearing it for over a week and I haven't had any issues with it flaking or rubbing off or having any kind of problems like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm almost like painting it. It's just such a wonderful buttery soft formula. So I can kind of go in and get the little lashes out here that I want. I can also turn it and get that now silicone edge to really help with some more separation. Another fun tip is you can kind of pounce the mascara wand. I shouldn't call it a mascara. You can pounce the wand on the ends of your lashes, and that helps deposit even more product right on the tips and really helps them appear long and strong. So this is a nice volumizing, lengthening mascara that has a lash serum and a lash primer and tubes all in one. And I love having a nice, thick, deep black, voluminous mascara look when I wear my glasses, which, as I said, I will be wearing today because I am fresh out of contacts. All right. And I heard Blake come home, but I also heard him just feed the dog, and I already fed the dog. So our dog is going to be having a lovely time. Did I just smudge myself? I think I just did. All right. Little tip. I usually don't wear mascara on my lower lashes. I just did, and I did a no-no. Apply your lower lashes first and then apply your upper lashes. When you get a smudge, which I do, which honestly, I get a mascara smudge every single time I go live. Here's a couple things you could do. You could take your finger and you could just pat it on the spot, and anything that is like wet and sticks to you, great, it's not come away. Aside from that, let it dry. Let it dry, and as soon as it's dry, you can just take a clean spoolie or a Q-tip and it will just go right away. You do not want to rub it when it's wet because it's just going to make a big old mess. All right, so aside from my little boo-boo that I just made with mascara by applying it in the wrong order, this is the look. I'm going to throw in a little bit of gloss, but I've got my Newport chic outfit. I've got some nice jewelry. This is actually jewelry that I was gifted for speaking at convention. I was like, oh, it's perfect. It's going to go with the Newport chic look. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning into this Minute with Mary. All eye stuff, including that Quadra, the 4-in-1 lash product, are on sale this month on my website, minutewithmary.com. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out. And if you want to see what we do on today's bachelorette party, keep your eyes on my stories. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.